evening, everyone, and welcome to Boss Talk. I'm so excited this evening to talk to you about how you can promote your business. I'm Beverly Brister, the host of Boss Talk and the owner of Beverly's Web Shop. I'm coming to you live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So you can join in on the conversation. I can see your comments, I can see when you come in, and we can have a talk about, or if you have questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you about this topic. Otherwise, let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to shout you out. And again, just thank you for watching and please tell a friend about it. So let's get started. We're talking about ways that you can promote your business for free or a small fee. I'm so excited about this because sometimes, little things that you may not know about can really make a big difference in your business. So, all right. Now, when you want to promote your business, of course, people think about promoting to the masses and getting the word out there for everyone. Though everyone is not your customer base, you want to do it big, you want to do it grand. But oftentimes, the way to get to a more global level is to conquer your local. So think local to be global. That's a phrase I kind of coined. So, what does that mean? Does your local community know who you are? Are they familiar with you, familiar with what you offer and the solutions you provide for them? So, get to know your local base, your community, your surrounding uh, people, other business owners, the patrons of the area, just your community in general, so that they can become familiar with you and knowing that you're there, especially if you have a brick and mortar location, and that you service them. Even if you're online and you don't have a physical location, but you, let's say, do business with a particular part of town or a certain area or city or state, getting to know that local base will be key for, like, these will become your brand ambassadors once they get to know you. So you penetrate your surrounding area so it creates a buzz. So they start to know who you are, they know what you offer and what you can do for them. Other people will start talking about it. Now, when your community gets to know who you are and they become familiar with what you offer and they come in, even, if they're not buying yet, but they see you in the community, they see you doing things, they see you being consistent. That's another key, being consistent on social media, consistent on with not promoting, but being consistent on how you present yourself to the media, being consistent in the information you put out there, whether you blog or you send out newsletters, just being consistent in that. So people will need the repetition so they can become familiar with you. They start to build trust, and then their interest will build. So again, you create the buzz that starts to build trust. And then when you have their trust, they're interested, and now they can become customers. So it's kind of taking them down this marketing funnel, where now they get to know you, they become familiar with you, they learn about what you can do for them. They see you out there, you're consistent, your messaging is consistent, the solutions you provide that for people is consistent. They're hearing the same things about you and how you helped other people. Then they become interested enough to become paying customers. Now, some of the ways that you can promote for free or for a small fee is taking advantage of, still staying local, take advantage of some of the local digital newspapers that are in your town. So for one, there's one called patch.com, and they're across the country. They have different towns in different states and cities and townships all across the US. And so it would really, be worth looking into if you go to patch.com and find your local city or township. They will be able to, they have the pulse of the people in the area. Now, believe it or not, and I found this, I do have success with patch.com, which is why I'm mentioning it here. They have especially for West Orange, New Jersey, they have thousands, tens of thousands of people who frequent their pages, who do business with other businesses that are presented through here. Um, the community uses it on a regular basis. So for me, this is definitely a staple of what I go to when I go to promote. And here's an example that I show here when I was promoting tonight's event in the calendar. So you can post on their event calendar, which is free. Posting there is totally free. Just set up a free account with Patch in your local township, and you can post an event, upcoming event, with links, live links to take people to wherever you need them to go for free. If you do a nominal fee, you can have your event featured. Now that takes it a little bit further. When you feature your event with Patch, that they have a newspaper, like a digital newsletter that goes out daily, and some people get it weekly. So your event will be featured in that newsletter that goes out to different sets of readers. And again, the amount of number of people who read and or consume it may be different from town to town, but I know for West Orange, there's tens of thousands of people who consume this content every day. And so they're on their mobile devices or whatever form that they're looking at it on, they're in these newsletters because they're commenting on stories and different things that are posted. So consider patch.com and look for your local town and just open up a free account, and you can start posting your events and different things that your company, your business has going on for free. And you can step it up with by paying a nominal fee and getting promoted to even more people in your local as well as surrounding areas in those newsletters that go out. Additionally, they offer business listings. That's also for you can set up a business listing for free, but for a nominal fee, you can have your business listing featured, similar to how it is with the event calendar. So it goes to a little farther, it has a little farther reach, depending on, again, your local township and the surrounding areas and the amount of readership. For a little bit more, you can also advertise in this digital newspaper. And you can do what's called takeovers. You can be featured, you can be the main business that takes over a particular section of their newsletter. So they have a lot of different advertising options, and it varies. So it's pretty reasonable. It could fit pretty much anyone's budget. So just again, take a look at your patch.com, find your local city, and you can take a look at their advertising options to see what they have available to you. Similar to Patch, there's another one in town that's called tapinto.net. And this is also another digital paper that you can find your town. Just do a search for your state, your city, or township, and it functions pretty similar to patch.com. But slightly different in some regards. Now, their event calendar is not free, but it's a very small fee that you would pay if you want to have your event featured, but it will stay on their event calendar. You can pay for however long you want it to stay and how far you want it to reach. So it doesn't have to just be in this one town that you're in. You can have it go to surrounding areas, and each area, it tells you the amount of readership it has for it. So you'll always know right off the bat how many people it has the potential to reach with when you advertise with them. They have other options as well for advertising. You can do a press release, you can have a business directory listing, and then further with paid ads, again, similar to Patch, you can pay for advertising of a particular section. You can take over columns. You can have an advertorial and a lot of different options that are there for you. Very small fees. So this is a small investment to make a large splash in your local community and reaching the people that would consume your content and would also be your potential customers. Another site that, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with, is eventbrite.com. You know it because you probably registered for an event on Eventbrite, to go to the particular events, whether it's free or just a free registration, or you had to pay. But why I bring this up is because it is a major search engine. That's something that sometimes people might forget about. It is a search engine that people use, and it's very hyper local. So right now it's to my state, New Jersey, and it shows different categories of how I can search events. But people who are looking for nightlife, for different events, for causes, charity events, all types of events are shown here. So you can search by the name of the event, you can search by the category and different keywords. So this is where it really helps to just take advantage of this. And now it's free to set up an account, and it's free to post. And it's used, like I said, by a lot of people in your local area that you might not even be aware of, that are using this to find where to go and what to do for any particular day of the week. You can tag your event, like you're familiar with hashtags, using them on social media. How you tag the event and the keywords and phrases that you use will be greatly helpful for you when it comes for people, when it comes in to handy when people try to search for an event. And if you put those popular keywords and phrases in as part of your event, your event will most likely come up in their search, and can come up in these trending categories. So again, like if you have a particular type of charity event, especially during the holidays, that has been pretty popular, and you use some keywords and phrases that a lot of the people are familiar with, it's very possible that it will come up in these trending categories that are shown on Eventbrite. So do not sleep on Eventbrite. Just definitely take advantage of it. Like I said, it's free to set up an account. It's free for you to post any event. If you have an event that requires ticketing, that's where they just take a little nominal fee out of the what the cost of what you're charging for your tickets or for your event. But it's very easy to set up. If you're not familiar with it, just go to eventbrite.com, and you can get started posting your events today. Another one that many of you are familiar with, yelp.com. Now, Yelp is not just for restaurants. I show here an actual page right off their main search page. There's different categories. So, of course, we know Yelp because we're looking for a place to eat. We want to get reviews on it and find the location and hours. But you see, there's a lot of different categories of, of companies and businesses that are shown here on Yelp. So, everything from shopping, nightlife, and more than just restaurants. There's automotive and home services and things like that. So all of these, and it's tons more. The page scrolls farther down, but this is just a snapshot to show you that there's a lot of different categories of businesses that are listed here on Yelp, and it's free for you to set up a business listing on Yelp that you can fully take advantage of. And when you do, as a business, when you set up a business listing on Yelp, you're given a dashboard to take full advantage of the different features that you can utilize to promote your listing. So there's you can do paid advertising, of course, to enhance your listing. We'll talk about that in a second. But you can have a portfolio. You have some business highlights. Of course, your basic business information can be shown. You can show reviews. You can have deals and special offers that you have available, and you get analytics on your listing. That's another key thing. And you can sign up for alerts as well to be notified when someone comes to your Yelp site and does an action of some kind, or if they reach out to you, you can be notified when that happens. You get a performance summary, a lot more than just what I'm showing here, but you get some analytics on the performance. You can see the trending terms and phrases that they're using to search, and how in ways that they're getting to you. So the popular keywords and phrases that are being used on Yelp to for them to find you, and you get information on, if they're clicking to get to your location, if they're pulling up the map to see where you're located. All of that will be shown in your dashboard on Yelp. Again, free to set up. Now, if you, I mentioned advertising. If you want to go the route of paying a nominal fee, you can upgrade your listing on Yelp. And they have different goals that you can choose between. If you want to get more phone calls, you want to get more visits, website clicks, you can choose the option there. And also, if you want to just upgrade your listing, right here they're showing currently it's pay only $6 a day average. Could normally be like $16, but you have to take a look at it for your area and for the goal that you're trying to reach. But nonetheless, that's a nominal cost, an investment even, for you to advertise on a platform that many people use often. And lastly, another one that I cannot say enough about is your Google listing. It used to be called Google My Business, or you might know it as your Google profile. But when you do a search on Google and you see a company come up and it shows, their information, their hours, that's a Google listing. That's your profile. And so that is completely free to set up. And your information will appear not only in search results, but also in Google Maps. Now, it gives you a lot of features to make your listing very robust. So you can have, of course, reviews, but you can add photos, you can add products and services, and you can have links to all of them so people can buy directly from your Google listing. And I talked about this in a previous Boss Talk, and you can go through my archive in this earlier in the season, actually last season, and just do a search for Google listing. And I did a whole show on that where I just kind of break down really what it looks like and how you can utilize this free tool that Google's giving you to get more customers, get more leads. So you could do a company update. You can ask for reviews. You can have a link for them to book you if you do consultations and classes and things like that. And then you can even set up a Q&A. Like if you have your question, have certain 3-5 questions, that top questions that most people ask when it comes to your business, you can have those Q&A features shown here, and it kind of answers the questions for them. And that's one less phone call, let's say. So that it just really enhances your listing. And when you think about it, the more information that you add to your Google listing, the more information Google as a search engine will have. And that oftentimes will be pulled up in different results depending on how people will search for you. So just think about how big and how grand that is. Like you're giving Google more information about your business. That's more of it that can be shown in a search result. You can take your Google listing even further by advertising. And it goes on search and in search results, Google Maps and search results. But also Google has other platforms, third-party platforms that your ads could also show in. So it just gives you even greater visibility. And you set your own budget. So it's not like you have to spend and throw Google all this money and feel like it's not worth it for you. You determine when you want your ads to start, when you want them to stop, if you want to pause them for a particular period of time. Let's say you want to advertise now during the holidays, but you want to pause it, let's say immediately the week after. You can do all of that. You have full control over your advertising when you do it. And again, there's goals. You can choose between which goals you'd like to set for your advertising. Do you want to get more website clicks? You want people to visit your physical location? So depending on the goal that you pick will take you down a different widget path in helping you get set up for how that ad will display. Now, this is something that I really like and can appreciate from Google. Unlike other social media networks, I'm not going to name them, but they actually have a phone number with real people that you can talk to when you get stuck and if you need help in setting up your Google ad. And here's the number right here. It's this 855 number. You can call them. They have regular office hours. I have personally talked to people from Google and have walked through setting up some ads. So again, this is not anything that I haven't done. And I am sharing this with you because I've done it myself. There's real people at the end of this line and they can help you with setting up your ad. They'll be more than happy to walk you through it. And it's oftentimes you get the right one on the phone. They will share with you some tips and tricks that you might not even be aware of that you can use in how you set up your ads. So again, Google listing, totally free to set up. If you want to do some advertising, you set your own budget, you totally manage that. And it just makes your visibility and your reach to your audience that much greater. Now, if you need some more hand-holding or you want some more details on the Google listing, because again, I think every business needs to have a Google listing and it needs to be as robust as your website. And again, this is totally free for setting up your account. But if you need help in setting that up and you want more personalized one-on-one training and understanding of it, I do have a business coaching session. You can go to my website, bebswebshop.com /growth strategies. And that will, in this session, I'll go over all the details on what each section is, how to properly set it up, and to make sure that you have the best presentation possible on Google so that you can be found, so that you can get leads, and so that you can get more business. So you go to bebswebshop.com /growth strategies, and I'll be more than happy to help you through that process. So that is, those are the ways that you can promote your business for free or for nominal fees. And I just think that using these tools that are out here and available to you in so many different ways that these little tips and tricks that you may not even be aware of definitely can help you save money. Even though you may do a nominal fee here and a nominal fee there, overall, you're not spending tens of thousands of dollars to make a big splash. It's just knowing how to utilize these tools to make a difference. So I hope you liked this session of Boss Talk. If you did, please share it with someone, let someone know. We'll have the replay on my site, and it'll be available tomorrow, the next day, on Instagram for Instagram users. And if you found this informative, just leave it in the comments. Let me know. And just hope you enjoyed this session. And I do want to shout out Mainstream Beauty Bar because she hooked me up for today. Mainstream Beauty Bar in West Orange, New Jersey. Check them out if you're ever in town. She hooked up my hair right before the show. So shout out to Avian and Mainstream Beauty Bar. I thank you so much. You're just amazing. And she is one of the bosses that I talked to in my season 1 of Boss Talk. If you go to my archive on bebswebshop.com, Boss Talk, you'll see it's one of the first sessions that I did in season 1. I talked with Avian and talked with her about her success with her shop and the great things that she does in the community and how she is making a difference. So thank you all for watching. Again, please share this link, put your comments in there. I'll be happy to chat back with you, and I will see you next time.